Now, I used to be on drugs till my mind was confused, but no longer, no more, because I want to be happy like the family feels. Shout out to Steve Harley. He got me going hard, D. These days, I forgot how to get high, because I'm tired of the dopamine. It's a good high, but keep my eyes all dry, make my family cry. Every time I scream out, do or die. We got to go anyways, but let me do it the right way. Not the dry way, because my pocket's so dry. I'm driving in the highway. I'm about to die because this sun is burning me up. And the system is drying me up, make me blind. But I no longer, because the minute I embrace God, the real dopamine, because God get the good dopamine, all good love from the bottom of his heart. So I'm about to dive in from the bottom of my heart to lift myself up. And I found the real love, that's the real dopamine. No drugs, no alcohol, no cigarettes, no bugs, no internet, no TV. No scoring, no porno, photography, whatever. I was just trying to be more better, more clever on my decision making. No prostitution, because that's pollution. Look at our ocean. The fish is dying. Extinction is rising. We are next in line. So stop lying. You're not the king. That's why God made Lion King. Only earth have the jungle and dirt and the lion. That's why they call it Lion King. Check out the lion, what they're doing. All they do is lying down and they claim to be the king. So anybody claim to be the king on this jungle, which is planet Earth, you are Lion King. Now don't get it twisted. Not Lion. Lying. Lion King. Because only one king existed. That's the Alpha, Omega, the beginning, end, and everything in between. That's you, me, and everybody around. Every living soul. God is the king. That's why I say Jesus is king. Because I believe in Jesus. I believe in his teaching. I believe in his knowledge. It still give blessing, healing, miracle. Wherever he go, did not put himself first. He put himself last until his last breath. Still declare peace. Because that's what God stands for. He'd rather go in peace than say it's... Come on. Judas. He'd rather say nothing about Judas or the Messiah, the king, the Lion King that put him in the cross high and dry until he closed his eyes to wake up his dreams. I'm sorry, to go in his dreams and he opened his eyes. He was so surprised. God did not lie. Little he know he's in heaven. Blessed it, living an angel life and turned back to his form, which is the real Messiah, the real King, the gods of all gods, lords of all lords, kings of all kings, the one and only, our beloved Heavenly Father. You see how that go? Now that's the real dopamine from the bottom of our heart, the red shaped, loving heart, not from any type of high, no drugs, nothing, not even sex high, okay? Because that's a lie. Because that high only lasts for 5 to 10 minutes. And it's not worth it. For eternity life up in heaven. For all the things we're doing down here, it's all temporary high. The wrong dopamine. God said, I got the real dopamine. Because I am here, the first one. And I created the universe with pure loving heart. That's the real dopamine. Including my planet, the garden that you ruined, called planet Earth. Look around. It's all pollution. Never the solution. God said, I have the dopamine. At church, screaming out, we have the dopamine. Jesus Christ on the cross, screaming out, I have the real dopamine. It's so peaceful, it's so good, so happiness. The strength, the power, when you put in the cross, is better than any sex after with the shower. So no matter what you do down here, it's not real. Those kind of dopamine will never give you forever. Eternity life. Where there's fruits, no labor, just a whole bunch of love with the neighbors. Now get together and let go of the drugs, let go of the war, let go of the pain, let go of the rains of the teardrops and those blood drops. Those called bloods and walking crooked called crips. We got to end that war as well. End the drug war and violence. and sex trafficking and kidnapping. Those kids are innocent. And the argument and the prostitution and the internet pornography and all of that's nonsense because those are not real dopamine. Those are just temporary high, like all high, isn't it? But once you got high, you are dry like vampires. So scared to go in the light because God is seeing you. God will zap you up like those vampires in movies that we see, that history people talk about. Because that's darkness. And we should be ashamed of ourselves for praising those stuff, for even putting those stuff in our planet, what we call home. Ain't that right? You wonder why our children is so confused. You wonder why everybody's born into this world confused. So we got to step going backwards, backtrack, and clean up our ass. We got all the baby wipes. Start wiping it and start over like babies. That's why God make babies wipe, to remind us that we are just his children, his baby. No matter how high you get up, you will still be his baby. But if you want to be his baby, you better know how to act like a baby. Just like every parents teach the baby. For the minute they breathe the first breath in this world, when we bring them in, we nurture them, we teach them, we bless them. We hope to be a good person. Not porn, not standing in the corner, holding a gun. No lunch, no fun. Ready to pop somebody off, claiming out their real one. Claiming blood, claiming Crips, claiming the Mexican War, drugs, claiming the Chicago War, taking lives. What kind of dopamine is that? That's only being mean, like the Clueless Girl classic movie. Don't be beautiful and have a hollow head. We all have the masterpiece God said in the Bible. And he made us in his image, which means we are powerful as God. And we are good as God. Because the Bible said whatever God created, he double check, he makes sure it's good. Now look yourself in the mirror. Is that dopamine you creating good? Or God is the greatest dopamine ever? Because he did everything for us with his pure loving heart. Now that's the real dopamine. Because I feel the dopamine in me. Because God is in my life. And I feel really good. And I feel so high that I can reach heaven while my feet is still touching the ground on earth. Now that's what you call heaven on earth. It is possible. Why? Because Jesus did it before. And if one man did it before, then we all can do it. Put your mind into it. Believe in yourself. Believe that you're worth it. You are as strong as God. You are as powerful as God. Because God made us his children. The same thing you want your children to be as strong as you, as powerful as you. To defend themselves, to love themselves, to make them feel worth it. And be loved it. And care and cherished for. And praised for. And perform miracles for everybody. Like your heart desire. So go ahead, take this message, uplift yourself, and inspire to go higher, to leave ground zero, and to get up to level 1, heaven. Because this is ground zero, and it's sure like hell right now, because everybody looks sick. They look like they all have horn everywhere I go, because they're tired of the system making us all high and dry. Wrong dopamine, only mean people I see. So this is God's message. I happen to be the messenger. So re-examine our life. Check ourselves before we wreck ourselves. Because we all know living life in a fast lane is a fast lane. That's the game we all playing. Because check this. You don't realize that you're living life in fast lane. Let me tell you, everybody in this world is living life in the fast lane. The minute you hop in the car, you drive in that lane, you driving fast. That's fast lane. And we're driving our life to death faster than we thought we would. Because look at the human race. Look at the history of human. It's declining. We're adding so much more to this planet, to this garden. God called this a garden. Not a plantation. If he wanted a plantation, he will write plantation. He write planet, meaning plan it, plan your life, plan to go like Jesus and reach level 1, heaven. This is ground zero. And abbreviate the word planet. It says plan entertainment. Look our life. The minute we open our eye, we entertain ourselves to the day we die, isn't it? Abbreviate planet again. What you find? Plan end time. Having mankind plan the end time. I gotta write a will. Let me see my attorney. Make sure which children, which loved one Which mistress I gotta put their name on the will? That is plan and time, isn't it? Align it to God's plan. Because that's what God right planet means. He did not say plantation. Go ahead and blow up my planet. Hasn't he? He said to live in peace. Don't worry about yourself. Worry about everybody else like Jesus. And I'll lift you up. That is clear as thin air, people. What are we missing? What are we reading in the Bible? What are we teaching our people? All I see is gang bang. Let the nuts hang. Was all fun and game until somebody claimed a gang. First was pushing punches, now all gun, no lunches. Is that the world we're living in? Small fights to big fight to country. America versus the world. Nuclear against nuclear. Killing who? Mankind. You putting us in fear. You putting yourself in fear. Like I said, don't let the deer run. Let the fear run. Drop the guns. Come together and have lunch and talk it over. It's that easy. God's message is listen. By listening, we all can solve mankind's problem. We can end Judgment Day. We can end global warming. We can end overpopulation and the pollution we've been causing by just one simple word. From the beginning of time to the end of time, the word from the lesson, from the Bible, from God is to listen. Once you listen to God, you'll be healed. Stop the pettiness and get cured. Just like Auto Salon does to all women and men that come through. Children and all, grandmas and grandpa, the 3 generation. They all come in. They have pain. Manicure, pedicure, ingrown pain. They didn't look at us Asian people, yellow skin. They wasn't petty. They didn't care we was black, we was orange, we white, Mexican, African American, or Vietnamese. They said, I trust in you. Take out my ingrown. Little you know, they trust us. We took out the ingrown because they're not petty. They got cured. No more pain. And that's how life should go. Let go of the pettiness and thank God for his blessing, for the breath of life and the living soul that he gave us. And a plant, a farm, an Eden garden for us to live in. Not a plantation to pollute our world, our sea, and everything in between that I can't even see. Because I'm 43 years old, I'm 5'3", 140 pounds. But I know what life is. I know what God needs. And I know exactly what it takes to make it to level 1. Because ground zero is about to hit 0. No matter how much zero you have in your bank account, it will go in thin air when Judgment Day comes. So you be the judge right now. Instead of judging God, you turn back to God and get on your feet and your knees and ask God for mercy, grace, and forgiveness. And stop the false advertisement of dopamine. Because God's love is the real dopamine that we all need in our life. Amen.